Good morning, folks. We've got a few key science stories to hit today. The articles start afar and bring it home to close. We're starting with the last 24 hours on our star over at spaceweathernews.com, and we find the last day on the sun was relatively quiet, but the coronal hole is now well developed and transequatorial. Its solar wind is just a few days from arrival at Earth. And over the southeastern limb, we can see the brightness of a potential incoming active region. Eyes on that in the coming days. Solar wind remains utterly calm. That's more than 48 hours of stability in both the plasma stream and geomagnetic conditions. Let's jump out to space. We're looking at PGC 29388. The galaxy hogging the spotlight here is doing so merely due to the background field. This is a dwarf galaxy with somewhere between 100 million and a billion stars, which makes our medium-sized Milky Way 400 to 1,000 times bigger than this one. We're going to stick with the galaxy topic here, but focus on the halos. Folks, the MDPI Galaxies Journal is the one we saw in that special video of ours 2 weeks ago. Their special section debating the existence of dark matter halos is now complete, and while you can tell they had hoped for more discussion, they were able to notice the merit in alternative models of galactic dynamics, that is, alternative to a dark matter halo around it. They also do a great job mentioning that the specialization and subspecialty nature of the field causes disconnection between the different fields of astronomy, with self-promotion and other gatekeeper-like behaviors basically all that's keeping dark matter alive right now. Up next, folks, the tropical effect of a sudden stratospheric warming at the polar region. Turns out, there is indeed a considerable influence in modulation, and it just so happens that the sun and space weather play a huge role in sudden stratospheric warmings. As I showed just some of those historic papers on the sun and sudden stratospheric warmings, remember yesterday we saw the call for papers on space weather-induced modulation of the 2017 hurricane season. Boom, just laid one out for somebody. And speaking of boom, folks, another major lightning event. Another one that looks like it's an Earth discharge event. We're going to run through the videos of some of these Earth discharges just this summer, while I mention that this should be becoming more and more prevalent. As Earth's magnetic field gears down, and cosmic ray capacitization and charging by other means occurs, the electromagnetic membrane housing the Earth cell is becoming a leaky insulator, if I may. There's more coming in than the system holds, and it's discharging as big and bright a sign of the changes occurring on a planetary level as any other. And last but not least, let's go to the top of the sky. The electrical interface between the atmosphere and the charged geospace above. These are organized into the layers of the ionosphere, and that's where we're focused to see the effect of co-rotating interaction regions in the solar wind. Those regions are found within the sector boundaries, the crossings of the heliospheric current sheet, and when there is a co-rotating region, they are always more powerful. A strong co-rotating region does maintain that magnetic change with the heliospheric current sheet, but also carries a density packet that can push the magnetic disruption over into geomagnetic storm territory. That's what we're looking at, the effect of geomagnetic storms from those sheet crossings and co-rotating interaction region interactions, and its transfer of energy into the upper atmosphere, where it can then affect the weather, storms, seismicity, or just charge up the capacitor for a later discharge, perhaps as super lightning. It accomplishes this coupling through the geomagnetic and global electric circuit systems. Now, the galactic sheet, unlike the mostly cleared and clean solar system, contains those density packets almost ubiquitously. There, the dust and gas of the galaxy is carried with the sheet, and just like the heliospheric sheet delivers to Earth, the galactic version delivers the galactic magnetic reversal to the sun, as a wave of dusty plasma both induces electric currents and changes its coronal chemistry. We greatly appreciate your support. We've got wind map forecasts and shots of our star to close, and of course we'll do this all again tomorrow, right here, but right now it's 5 a.m. in the new Valley of the Sun. Eyes open. No fear. Be safe, everyone.